Okay, so I want to dedicate this shiur to Refuah Shlema for Uriel ben Hamechuna Tzipora and to the Shmira of the Chayalim and the safe return of all the Chatufim.
Amen.
Okay, so we're up to Simcha 172. And, okay, so I'll just dive right in. The Rebbe once gave his old talus to one of his esteemed followers. He said, "Be very careful with this talus. I shed a tear for as many threads that are in this talus until I understood the true meaning of the talus." So, sounds really nice. Imagine, like if we saw Mitzvos this way and just shed tears for as many threads that are in this talus, connected to the Mitzvos in this way. So when I read the Simcha, I was actually thinking it really kind of has to do with what we discussed last week, the Simcha last week, which was about Rebbe Nachman overcoming all his desires, and we did a piece in Likutei Moharan. I guess I do need a copy. Sorry. Okay. Because this is the cliff notes that I photocopied for you. But we did we did the piece in full, but we did this piece in Likutei Moharan about making Hashem's will your will, right? Making your will Hashem's will. And by doing that, you give Hashem the ultimate kavod, and we spoke about how that leads to this perfected mentalities. When you bring Hashem's glory into the world by doing His will and making your will His will, then it gives you this extra chachma, bina, da'as, and when you're in this good headspace, when you're the rosh, then your eyes are wide open with the correct perception, and you could also you're able to, the tzaddik, when he has this, he's able to create forgiveness for the people, Make sense so far, kind of? Yeah? Okay, so it's when you're in this, come in.
I'm here.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey there. Hey, Judy.
It was quite hard to find.
Sorry.
How's everyone?
Good.
I'm moving.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. I'm here.
Hello. What's up?
You should just know, I really missed this. You're so
I know, I also did.
No, this wig of hers is blonde. Yeah.
My kids got the young thing in Big Shemesh.
I get everyone I'm trying to contain myself.
I know. Breathe.
I don't know, we have to afterwards. I feel like I need to start smoking. I don't smoke, but something. Sorry. Okay.
I know. Right. They're coming home at 12. That's true.
Yeah, they want to finish it.
What? I know. Whatever.
Sorry.
Sorry, everybody. We're very excited for the first day of school.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we're doing Simcha. It doesn't matter. Okay, nobody listens to it anyway. So we're doing Simcha 172.
This is gonna.
All right, this one will be the famous one. Exactly. Yeah. So we're doing Simcha 172, and we're talking about how Rebbe Nachman shed as many threads that are in his talus until he understood the true meaning of the talus. That's okay. So, so now I just want to do, I just photocopied the cliff notes from Rav Avram Greenbaum's The Essential, for this Likutei Moharan 177 piece, which is just so you could see a little bit what I'm talking about. When a person is content to want only what Hashem wants, this makes Hashem the king. When a person desires something other than what Hashem desires, this gives strength to unholy forces. A person must nullify his own will to the point where he has no will and desire for anything except for what Hashem desires, whether it be that he should have wealth and children or not, God forbid. It should be the same with everything else he wants. He should desire only what Hashem desires. This makes Hashem alone the king. It is commensurate with the Dishant of Hashem Roshi, to which you merit. that is commensurate with the mentalities to which the tzaddik merits by drinking wine. We spoke about this also. So he likewise merits to forgive inequity, for the essence of forgiveness is through the wisdom and holy mentalities that he receives. So just for you guys, so basically just to recap it, like he's saying, a person needs to like make his will Hashem's will, and through that he brings like the ultimate kavod to Hashem, and then through that he gets da'as, and then he's able to like create forgiveness in the world. Okay, so I actually was thinking about like one line this whole week. I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna tie it into like what we're learning, but this thing that we said in that Likutei Moharan piece last week about like just everything you daven, like everything that we have needs to be like Hashem's will, like our children, our wealth, our everything. It all needs to be like. And I just like, I was thinking about this so much, like, I'll speak for myself, like, and I guess it's also because like my refuah shlema list just keeps on getting like longer and longer, you know? And it's just like, who knows, like, I just hate to be morbid. I know we're all so happy that our kids are finally in school and leaving us alone, but like, who knows, like, how long we all have with our kids, with ourselves, like we don't know. And like we walk around the world like thinking like, oh, like, you know, like if it's like a play, like we're the lead role. Like we're not the lead role, we're supporting roles here. Like we're all we are. And like I think if like we come to like that understanding, and I'm gonna tie this in because the next piece we're doing is about like feeling joy in mitzvos, you know? But it's like if we like really like connect to that and see ourselves as the supporting role rather than the lead role, then like it takes off so much of the stress and so much of like the control and the worry and like trying to constantly fix, you know, like you guys could all fill in the blanks to whatever it is for you, you know, but like we're obviously, we know like we're not in control, but like we could enjoy everything that we have when we know that like Hashem is in control and we're just the supporting role. Like we're only here to like we're not here to force our kids to do anything, or to force our husbands, or to force our friends, or to force our parents, whoever is around us, you know? Like we're just a supporting role, you know? And I don't know, I've just been thinking about this a lot lately. Like then you could, I think if you go deep into that, like you could really feel joy like around you in your life. Like it just takes like 99.9% of the stress that you feel, you know, off, because it's not us.
Yeah, it's like surrendering to Hashem.
Right.
Take over.
Right.
We can't control anything anyways.
Right. It's like I was like thinking about it this morning, like before I woke up my kids, and normally it's like, wake up, you gotta get up for school, da 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 da, you know, like whatever it is. And this morning I was just like, no, like I don't need to do that. Like I'm just a supporting role. I'm not the lead role. Like whether it's gonna happen or not gonna happen, whether the kids are gonna go or not gonna go, you know. Hello, hi Effie. So hey Tova, welcome.
I'm just going to make myself
Yeah. So I don't need this anymore. That was the only part that I needed that for. Welcome.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Okay, so.
That's sort of a problem for me.
Okay, go for it.
She's the lead. She's the lead.
In theory, I feel like
Right.
it sounds good.
Right.
But for instance, this morning, I know that my son doesn't hear in front of his face. The alarm doesn't wake him up.
I know, my kids
He's
too,
in high
yeah.
school now.
My son's
and-
also, yeah.
Right, so he's in Mitzvah. That's not Torah Simcha, where it's like he thinks life is a party.
Right.
And
It's a party in Mitzvah too. Yeah, go
oh,
on.
really?
Yeah,
I'm like,
Yeah.
high school, they're gonna go. And I wake him up and I'm like, Nachi, get up. He's like, go. I literally go in 15 minutes late. That's why I start an hour and a half early. I know what's going on.
Right.
Not to get up. Told you I got this. I'm getting up now. If I would not go in 3 times, he would not make it
It's
first
not
class
true,
now.
Mother.
That means I would be driving him.
Hey,
If
what's up,
it
Shoshana?
is true.
No, but
Because
I,
it happened already.
you know,
where
I
was
have,
like,
I have children like this, and the biggest, I'm saying you can look into this,
"Oh." Yeah.
No,
but
it's
he
fine.
knows that you're starting an hour and a half early, and he thinks he has an hour and a half. And if you totally change
No, I change every
everything
day. I'm
you're
not
doing,
consistent.
No, I don't.
If
I
you
don't
just wake
even.
him up once-
I'm not even trying to get into like practical. I'm not like a fan of whatever. I'm just trying to say like, but so wake him up with the same mindset. Like you're not the lead role here.
Okay, I hear
You
you.
can't control if he's gonna get to school and
You're right. You're not. That's it. Like you're the supporting role.
So, but I hear what you're saying. So, but
And it's our job to support.
To wake him up.
Yeah. It's our job to support.
Oh, that's hard, maybe you're
It's your
right.
fault if he doesn't get there.
Right.
Control it.
No, I don't feel like it's my fault. I feel like they're just gonna send him home and he won't have a school soon. I don't want to be like that.
So either he'll learn or he won't learn, but either way, like you're not the lead role, like you're the supporting role. And I'm telling you, I
I
think
hear what you're saying.
I don't know, like anyone could chime in, but like I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think like if we approach life that way,
I hear you. No.
I really think we could actually access joy. You know, for some people, joy comes easier than others, but for those of us that it's a bit harder, you know, like it's not on me. Nothing's on me.
That's like the empowered wife. Like,
Right.
I can't control
That's
anyone.
exactly the surrender.
Right.
Yeah.
Surrendered wife, Amuna, you know, whatever.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very just, you
Right.
can't control anybody around you.
It has a lot to do, I mean, like, it has a lot to do with, like, whatever. I think it's just, I'm not even going to use, like, therapy terms, but there's a lot of, like, codependency. But the point is that, like, it's just, like, the way that we all are. Like, we're the moms.
Nurturers, right.
So,
You also
yeah.
feel like things are
It's
gonna
natural.
fall apart.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very
You
natural.
sort of do, so I don't know.
Maybe.
Like, where do
It,
you?
it sounds good, but every time I let go, it's just disaster.
Until
Every time
people
I tell
learn,
myself,
until people
just
learn to
let
pick
it
up
go,
the
don't
slack.
Time 400 times this thing. It's gonna do it on his own. No.
Until they learn.
But if you let it go for like a consistent amount of time,
Right.
then they know that you're not like you're holding the strings. But if you lose it after one day, that like then they're like, oh, she's back. You know?
Right.
It's true.
Right. It's consistency.
This is something I really
And
worked on.
it's not like an action. Like I'm trying to say, like it's a mentality. Like it's just, I don't know, like whatever.
The let them theory.
Exactly, the let them theory, the surrendered wife. It doesn't matter. The point is like either way, whether you believe it or not, you're not the lead role. You're the supporting role. Right.
Trust me.
So just like start
Okay.
facing life with that reality. That's all that.
Unfortunately, I know that reality.
Right.
I'm not the lead role.
I'm not trying to muster you. I'm just
No,
like, you know.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear
Hello,
you.
Beulah.
First, I got brought to
Full
school.
house, all
Right.
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 This is what we're doing on the first day of school.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, that's pretty
Usually
amazing.
it's like we're going for coffee. Right?
Right.
We're learning.
Where are we
Right.
going after for coffee, by the way?
Exactly. Okay. So the next piece that we're gonna go into is Likutei Maharan, Torah 5. Oops, sorry. And what? Oh, that's so nice.
I'm like, that is the cleanest my chairs have ever looked, you know? The cleanest.
Okay. Okay, so Likutei Maharan, Torah 5. So, you're just the supporting role. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, even like I'll just speak personally. Like even with this shiur, like I always get nervous before, like I can, and I'm always like I have to prepare it so well, and I have no, like I didn't prepare this one so well, and you know what? I'm just like it's okay. I'm just the supporting role. You guys will hear what you'll hear. I'll take out of it what I'll take out of it. Like my kesher,
Like,
you know?
Meditate on, like, this is really good. This
I
is really
did.
important.
I legit meditated on this morning. Yeah.
Very big.
Very freeing.
So, yeah,
Internalize it.
right. It's hard. It's really like an avoda, but I think this is like the way to feel the joy. I think this is it. This is the secret. Okay. So we're going to do Likutei Moharan Torah 5, okay? B'chatzotzrot v'kol shofar hariu lifnei v'chulei. And with trumpets and the sound of the shofar shout out before Hashem the King, okay? From Tehillim. Okay. Now each person must say, the entire world was created only for my sake. Consequently, because the world was created for my sake, this is like the opposite of what I was saying. Yeah. I know. I knew that as I read it, but I still think it has to do with it. I must constantly look into and consider ways of making the world better, to provide what is missing in the world and pray on its behalf. But it's the supporting role. It's not the lead role. Like it is good. I'm not into like not taking responsibility for yourself or just like completely dropping the ball on everything around you. That's not what we're saying here.
No, it's like Shai
Right.
here last week. He said that like you matter, and like everything you do, it's important to Hashem. Like Hashem cares about everything you do, even though like you're a drop in the dust. Like you do matter, and everything is made for you.
Right.
It's like your motivation. Like, what are you doing it for? Are you doing it for yourself?
Right.
Or are you doing it for Hashem?
Right, and that's really what was last week's piece. It's like when you dive in for your kids, like it's for Hashem's glory. It's not for you. And when you die, like it's just like taking yourself out of the picture a bit, a little bit, as would be nice, Yeah, actually, before I was going to bring in this Likutei Moharan piece, I was planning on bringing in we've done it a bunch of times before, but not everyone has heard it here. But it was Likutei Moharan Torah 17, where Rebbe Nachman like says how every like Hashem takes so much pride in like every single part of every single Jew, like the particulars of a Jewish person's life. And like he says, like even when a base Jew like shakes his side lock, like Hashem like gets so much pride out of that, because like I'm not coming in to say like we don't matter. Like we matter so much, but we matter in order to bring Hashem glory. That's really what our mattering is, and that brings like the ultimate pride to Him.
I think what I'm thinking of is that you have like the difference, how to balance these two concepts is you can have a lead role in a play. Everything is orchestrated for you, but you're playing a role, right? So it's like it just if the lead in a role says, well, I'm the lead, so I'm going to write my own script, I'm going to like go off script and change the story and whatever, then you're totally missing the point of being the lead. Like
So I was actually saying that we're not the lead role. We're actually the supporting role. Like we think we're the lead role, and we go around like acting as if like everything is up to us and everything, but we're really like Hashem's the lead role. We're really just like supporting here. We're not going to,
At the
it's
same
a little
time,
different.
Right, I hear that. Right, at the same time, the thing of like, how do you balance that with the world is created? I guess that's what you're talking about. How to balance it with the idea that the world is created for me. That you're saying that's the significance of your. That's meant to signify the importance of your actions. Right.
Yeah.
Both. Right.
Yeah.
So if everything's Ritzon Hashem, so like for example, like let's say like your child is doing something that maybe you feel embarrassed of or you feel like it's not right, but if your whole goal is that it's Ritzon Hashem and Hashem wants you to love your child for who they are, then you're going to love them for who they are, even if they're not doing what the principal doesn't like or something like that. So I'm saying if you're like focusing on Ritzon Hashem,
maybe the end,
right?
Then you just have a different outlook,
right? As opposed to like you having to correct this behavior because like it's your kid and it's your response. The kid is an extension of you, and like no, he's also a supporting role. She's
Also, the difference between these two things is like the first thing is like I'm not the leading role, so everything is not up to me, and it's not in my responsibility, my control to fix everything.
Right.
And the second thing is that the world was created for me.
Yeah.
It's
right.
different.
In order to me to get somewhere, like there's a purpose to, let's say what she just
Right,
said.
being in control and responsible for everything versus
Right.
everything being created for me. It's like two different.
Two concepts, yeah.
Okay.
I relate to that piece.
I mean, it for sure is. It's 100. It is. It's two concepts, but I believe. I mean, you guys could disagree with me. Like, I think it's still. The world was created for me, but in like, I feel like it's more of like, so feel responsibility for it. You know, like pray for the world. Like that's really Rebbe Nachman's twist. Like,
Right.
not the world was created for me, and I need to control and fix everything. Like it's just like pray to Hashem on its behalf. Like so, like that's really. I'm trying to like put words to it, but yeah, go.
I also hear it as the world was created for me, that everything was set up in this world for me to become who I need to be. So that doesn't have to contradict letting go of control, right? It's just like even the things that I have to let go of control of, they're specifically orchestrated for me, meaning for my ultimate growth and development.
For sure. Okay, so the verdict is decreed by the destroying angels, and the request is through the ma'amar of the holy ones. That's from Daniel. So Rebbe Nachman's gonna explain this verse according to his understanding. And in the matter of prayer, there are two approaches. Before the decree has been issued, we follow the regular order of prayer, and there is no need to veil the prayers. But after the decree has been issued, our prayers have to be disguised within stories so that the accusing angels standing to the left do not understand them to protest. As is written, the verdict is decreed by the destroying angels. When it is after the decree has been issued, then the request is through the ma'amar of the holy ones. Then the tzaddikim disguise their requests in ma'amar. So Rebbe Nachman's saying here, and when it comes to prayer, there are two approaches, right? There's one before the decree has been issued, like before a bad gezerah has been issued, and then there's after. And before the decree has been issued, you could it's saying that the tzaddikim, like they daven, they sing out like with all their glory, but once the decree has been issued, then they have to kind of hide their tefillah so the destroying angels don't like block the tefillah. So like, example, like, you know, like if your kid steals $100 from you and then asks you for an Xbox, like you wouldn't give it to them, right? And then because it's like, what do you mean you just stole? Like you have to be punished for this. But to the tzaddikim, like them to, like after the decree, like after a punishment is like decreed and about to take place, the tzaddikim have to be like sneakier with their tefillah. Like they can't just ask for the Xbox straight out, you know? So and it says like they do it through the stories, and we spent a lot of times about stories and ma'amar, like, so how does whatever, ma'amar is also like, you know, the 10 ma'amaros, like some hidden way that the tzaddikim know to pray. Okay, so 2. But how do we know whether it is before the decree has been issued or after the decree has been issued? We can determine whether it is before the decree or after the decree by means of the mitzvos we perform. So our mitzvos will be like the litmus test of if it's before a decree or after a decree. And this is specifically when a person performs the mitzvos with such great joy that he has no desire for any reward in the world to come. Instead, his only desire is that the Holy One provide him with opportunities to do another mitzvah as a reward for the first mitzvah. As in the saying of our sages, the reward for a mitzvah is a mitzvah, from Pirkei Avos, a mitzvah gorer mitzvah. For he desires pleasures from the mitzvah itself. So I feel like this is also like a different taich on mitzvah gorer mitzvah. Like we learn mitzvah gorer mitzvah is like, oh, you do one mitzvah will lead to another opportunity of a mitzvah. But Rebbe Nachman's saying here, no, like the actual reward for the mitzvah is having another mitzvah. And you're not so concerned with the world to come. I hope I don't mess up this story because I haven't heard it in a while and I forgot to review it before this year. But there's a story like of the Baal Shem Tov that this like young couple, like a whole story, like this guy came to him who wasn't able to have kids, and he missed him in one country and then found him in another country, and it was a whole back and forth. And this guy finally found the Baal Shem Tov, and he asked the Baal Shem Tov to bless him with children. And the Baal Shem Tov like, you know, he meditated on it, and he saw that all the gates of Shemayim were closed to this couple. Like, there was no way that he was going to be able to have children. And then like he like whatever did some stuff in Shemayim, and like it came out that like a bas kol came out and said, if this couple has children, then you're going to lose all your olam haba. And for a second, like and the Baal Shem Tov, like, he got like white in the face and like was like, you know, and then right after, he like just had a huge smile, and he was like, thank God, now I could finally do mitzvos just for the sake of mitzvos, you know. So, and then of course from that he got all his olam haba back, but you know, but like
Crazy.
And they had children?
and they had children, yeah.
What's that? What is that even? Like, if
Because he's like messing up with like the order of the world. It's like the same thing, like tohu, you know, like if Moshe davens, what was it? What's that
yeah,
thing?
if you daven again, then the
Oh,
world
right,
will revert.
if you go into Eretz Yisrael and you
If you daven one more time, then
right,
the world will revert to tohu.
it's the same. It's like based off
messing up
that.
the order of the world.
Yeah, like it's like messing up in the deeper things.
Wow. But
So-
why would he say, okay, like, why wouldn't he then back down? Like Moshe, okay, so stop davening. Why would he say, okay, I'm still going to daven and willing to lose my olam haba? Because he knew what the cost
Because
is?
it's a Baal Shem Tov story. That's why.
That he said that
Yeah.
he finally could do mitzvahs for the sake of
Right.
mitzvahs,
No,
and
he was
not
happy.
getting all
He
haba.
was relieved. He's like, now I could do it for the right reason. Like there's no ulterior motive, none at all. Just doing mitzvahs for the joy in the
How about
mitzvah.
we do mitzvahs because we're thinking about olam haba?
Why do you do
Just
mitzvahs?
saying. No, I'm just saying how about
It's just a routine and rote. You just do that
Right.
and then realize what you're doing.
Right. True. Yeah, so, but like when that is the case, like when it's through the road and everything, right, we're not experiencing great joy. We're just like, okay, another thing, get it off the list, you know? And like that's what we're trying to really hone in on in this year, like actually feeling the great power and the great, thank you, and the great joy of doing mitzvos. Also, side point, you know, like now we're in Elul, and we say like Hashem is in the field in Elul, right? And it's different than when he's king, and it's like the coronation for him, and like it's much harder, you know, it's much harder to get to the king when he's sitting on a throne. It's super easy to be with him, like now in this time with he's just like in the field, like anyone could just go.
Blue jeans in the field, that's what I heard.
What'd you say, blue
I saw
jeans?
something very cute, that he's in blue jeans on the field.
That is cute, right? Like he's around, you know. What?
So you didn't see it? I feel like it was in like a little
I didn't either.
chat.
I didn't either see it.
Yeah, somebody wrote a cute thing.
Right, and it's like we're so lucky that like we get to relate, like we have this time now to relate to Hashem in that way. Like before we have, you know, before the shofar blows, and before we have to coronate him, and before, you know, like now he's just in the field.
So weird, because I know I sound nuts, but like I do feel that.
Why do you sound nuts? You don't sound
In
nuts.
general, my kids,
crazy.
I know, in general, my daughter's like, you're out to lunch. You're literally inviting me to stay, and like a girl was chutzpah to an adult. I'm like, זה חודש אלול. And my
You
daughter's
said
like,
that?
yeah, I was really angry at
Wait, you're
her.
friends with
How could you? No, I don't know this girl. We were in the dressing room. She
Me,
was
Rachel.
chutzpah.
Yeah.
I'm like, זה חודש אלול, מה את עושה? איך את מדברת למישהי? She goes, איך חודש אלול? בכסלו מותר לדבר ככה? And I was like, no, it's like serious. It's Chodesh El. Like how? And Rena's like, oh my God, Mom, I can't tell you. I just can't. So like, I really feel like now he's really here. How are you doing that?
Right.
It's amazing. That's what we're supposed to feel. Like
Thank you. And Rena,
But also that he's like approachable.
thank you.
That he's approachable,
Hashem is
not just
right
that
here.
he's like here to
Right
punish
here.
us,
This
you
is
know?
To be scared.
I'm sorry.
Right,
A
right.
few generations ago, like just a few generations ago, like, and I'm sure you guys heard this, that in shul on Mevarcha Chodesh Elul, the woman you would hear weeping and crying, like
Like on
you didn't
Yom
hear
Kippur?
that?
No.
Like
Really?
the
On Rosh
women in
Chodesh
shul,
Elul?
yeah, they would cry
Right.
because they were so scared,
Oh, there we go.
and like I feel like it's the worst.
If you guys come to my shul, you'll cry every Kodesh Mavarchim davening. It's so nice. But Just saying a plug, you know, but
Maybe I should come.
you should come. Yeah, maybe you should come to your own shul. Exactly. I love Rosh Chodesh benching in our shul. Okay. So, this is the difference between the prophecy of Moshe Rabbeinu and the prophecy of the other prophets. It is similar to Rashi's commentary to Moshe spoke to the tribal heads of the children of Israel, saying, Zeh hadavar, this is the word, Hashem has commanded, from Numbers, that's Devarim, right? Yeah. Rashi explained all the prophets prophesied with ko. Thus says Hashem, Moshe achieved even more than they, that he prophesied with Zeh hadavar. For ko corresponds to a dull-looking glass, where Zeh hadavar corresponds to a clear-looking glass. So Moshe was able to prophesy with this clear-looking glass, like he had the high, we know he had the highest level of nevuah, and he was able to see like Zeh, like this is it, These two aspects of prophecy are also found in our service of Hashem, of the Creator. There is the person who does the mitzvah for the reward of the world to come. He has no enjoyment from the mitzvah itself. If he were not given the world to come as a reward, he would not do it. This corresponds to ko, a dull-looking glass. Just like the person who sees something from a distance, so too he performs the mitzvah for the reward that it will bring in a distant time after this world. So, by the way, they say about the Arizal that he attained all his high levels because he did mitzvos with joy. Like that's what not because he learned a gazillion things of Kabbalah and he wrote the Kabbalah, no? Yeah. So not because of that, but because he, there are crazy stories about that Arizal. Like he was able to hear animals talk and he understood, and like people would come to him and they'd be like, I heard this all from Rav Avshi Weingat, by the way. And people would come to him and like he would just be like, okay, this is your purpose in the world. Do this and this and like this is what your tikkun is right here. Sounds nice, right? So and again, like he attained all his high levels from like Simcha shel mitzvah, just doing mitzvah with joy. Yeah. Okay, I think I skipped a little for you. Where are you? Hold on. What's the next?
Let's go.
No, I know, but I skipped in the piece a little bit. Oh, he who goes weeping on his way, carrying his seedbed. Yavolverina nosei alumosav will come back with songs of joy, carrying his sheaves. Right, I'll read it in Hebrew. Shem Nabi ki Rashi Tibos. Right. It's in Shir Malos. And the payment of reward is called Navi, prophet. This is because the first letters of the Yoverina Nosel Motab spell Navi. Yeah. So the songs of joy, like that's what brings the prophecy. That's what brings.
The first part of
it says B'Shilam Sar Nikra B'Shem Navi Ki Rashi Tibo Shel Yaboverina Nosel Lumosav. It's not the full pasuk here.
Right, it's not in order.
Okay.
It probably is in the.
Okay.
Yaboverina Nosel Lumosav. Okay, but when you learn, Shai always tells me this, so I'll just like bring it up also. There's like when you learn Rav Kook, like one of his main students was called the Nazir. Dana saw the Nazir's caver last week.
So did you.
I know. So it was Rav Kook's Yortzeit last week. So me, Dana, and Shaya, and it was supposed to be Lonnie too. What were you doing? You were rapping.
Covering her books. I got to wash my hair.
No, I started on Wednesday. I did not rap. I was getting
Oh, we were supposed to rap?
No.
I like to rap, but
Lot.
not because it gets
No, it's smart to do it. I
Right.
designed it.
Okay, so anyways, so Rav Kook's like main student, the Nazir. This is just a crazy thing. Like they're all these like tzaddikim are buried on Har HaZeitim, and it's like insanity, and it's
It's not the greatest neighborhood.
No,
No.
it's literally
Is that
there's
where
like
you went?
Arab smoking cigarettes on the side of the road. Like,
What, Rav Kook is better than Har Zaytim?
Yeah,
just like
with many, with
no, we went by ourselves in the dark. It was terrifying. It was terrifying. I was like, oh god.
there at night. It was terrifying.
And there's no lighting.
Very scary.
There's no one there. There's not one security.
It's your day.
No, my father-in-law's
Are
very
you supposed to go there at night?
We had no idea. I had no idea. We just went.
yeah.
No, there's no light by the so they're not scared.
But anyways, it's like the most gorgeous view, Har Zaytim, of like of Jerusalem, yeah, of like the old city. Like you see the old city walls like across.
But you were able to see there was enough light?
Yeah.
I mean, we had our flashlights on our phones, you know. But anyway, so then my point is that the Nazir, which was one of Rav Kook's like main Talmidim, like he said, like he became a Nazir, like Rav Kook died like a bit before World War I, okay? So he was like, and he became a Nazir. He didn't cut his hair, and he didn't drink wine, like Nazir, like what you learn from Chumash, and like his whole stated purpose was to bring back Nevuah. That was it. Because, and this is like Rav Kook, like for those that are interested, like it's like, if you learn Rav Kook also, it's Nevuah, like it sounds like Nevuah, like it's, you know, like it's like, and everything fits together and everything works and the world is in a process and like, you know, and it's, but we're learning here, like, and it goes with it, like it's just doing mitzvos with joy, like not being really tortured by all the details of the difficulties in life brings back nevuah, like seeing what our purpose is, feeling the joy of doing the mitzvos, you know?
What does it mean he's pained by the mitzvah's performance?
Oh, let's read that. Okay, the payment of reward.
Oh, sorry.
No, all good. The payment of reward is also alluded to in the verse itself, as Rashi explained. He who goes weeping on his way, carrying a seed bag, he is pained by the mitzvah's performance. He will come back with songs of joy, carrying his sheaves. He will rejoice in the future. Then he will receive reward for the mitzvos. But it's giving, like, it's making a comparison. Like, that's one person, right? He's carrying his sheaves. He's feeling like the heaviness of doing the mitzvos.
Is that what
Suffering in
he's
this
saying?
world to get a reward in the world.
I thought so. Do you think he's saying something else?
Bag that like he's on the
The
way
payment
to
of reward.
planting, and then on the way back
He will come
He's
back
trying-
with songs of joy. I don't know.
Right, because in the end, he is going to be
on the way to planting.
he is
and
gonna be
so difficult
rewarded.
And whatever.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, he's rejoicing because things.
Right.
Oh,
But the
pain of the
prophet-
mitzvah causes the
Right.
sheaves to grow. Like
No, it's just giving a comparison. Like, read the next line. But the prophet who prophesies with Zeh HaDavar does not desire the reward of the mitzvos. You're still going to get rewarded even if you're suffering through your mitzvos. But he's saying
The
a
Navi's like
higher
happy on the way
level
there.
is like just being happy, stam, to do Hashem's will. You know?
Like being happy on the way there.
Right.
Like not because of the way back.
Right.
yeah, but
Perfect.
I hear something else in it also. I hear that.
Right. Rather, he desires the mitzvah itself. He rejoices so much in its performance that he rejects any kinds of reward. We see then that his world to come is in the mitzvah itself.
Future. Okay.
Like, he's feeling the joy just from doing the mitzvah.
He's getting a Tam Gan Eden.
Right, from doing Hashem's will. And this is really like connected to the piece that we read last week in Sikot Haran and the piece that we read this week. Like, just, you know, Rebbe Nachman's talking about himself, which is, you know, it's very cool because you don't have like so many tzaddikim that like actually, I know people get rubbed the wrong way by this, but I think it's cool that he actually, like, you learn so much just from him talking about himself. Like, he broke his desires and he cried over his talis. Like, his will was Hashem's will. This is like what we're talking about here, like Zeh HaDavar. Like, he's just happy for the reward of the mitzvos, of doing Hashem's will. This is therefore the concept of Navi, i.e. the payment of reward corresponding to Zeh HaDavar, a clear-looking glass. Just like the person who sees something from up close with a splendidly clear view, so too he enjoys the mitzvahs himself, and his reward is right before his eyes. And it is the person who is on this level, who performs the mitzvah with such great joy that he has no desire for any reward of the world to come in return, who is able to differentiate between the decree has been issued and after the decree has been issued. So when you're able to like connect like to all this joy, then you're able to like feel the nuances if a decree was issued or if a decree wasn't, if it's before the decree or after the decree. And if it's after the decree, I don't know if he says it here, maybe he's going to say it soon, but if it's after the decree, the joy isn't like shelim, you know? It's like he can't get to it, and then he knows like, oh, it's after the tzaddik knows it's after the decree, and now I need to like hide my tefillos a bit.
That's the nuance.
Right, exactly. The nuance is the joy that he's able to feel in the mitzvah. That's like his litmus test. This is because the mitzvos form a complete construct. Okay, I just want to see how it says that in Hein Kuma Shlema. There are 200, I'm just reading a footnote here. There are 248 positive commandments corresponding to the 248 limbs of the human body, and there are 365 prohibitive commandments corresponding to the 365 veins and sinews of the bodies. This is from the Mei HaNachal. It is therefore said of the mitzvahs that they form a complete body or construct. Like it totally matches into like our biology. And they give life. So this is because the mitzvos form a complete construct and they give life to all the other constructs, whether it be the construct of man or the construct of world or the construct of year. Rebbe Nachman's now he's like making a connection between nefesh, shana, and olam. For the world, year, soul receive vitality from the mitzvos, as in all his work is done with faith and from Tehillim, and also all your mitzvos are faith. Thus the Holy One is in simple unity with the mitzvos. So Rebbe Nachman saying that like our doing the mitzvos like give life to everything around us, to the world, year, soul, you know, and why is that? Because Hashem is one with the mitzvos, right? He's bringing a quote here. I'll read it in Hebrew. HaKadosh Baruch Hu achtos pashas im ha-mitzvos. So like, because it was say, like I was also reading in one of the footnotes here, like you can't, like with us, we could kind of like separate ourselves from our will. Like, you know, we might want to do one thing, but then we end up doing another. But like, that's not the way it works with Hashem. Like Hashem is one and like his will, the mitzvos are one with him. So when we do mitzvos, like we're connecting to Hashem himself, like the etzem Hashem. You know, it's very powerful. Okay. Therefore, when the Holy One works are as they should be and in proper order, the Holy One is happy with them and delights in them. As is written, God rejoices in his works. From Tehillim, like a craftsman who makes some vessel. If the vessel is beautiful, then he delights in it. And the joy of the Holy One is clothed in the mitzvos because they are his unity. Right? So again, like Hashem is clothed in the mitzvos. Like that is how we're connecting to Hashem. Now, when the person who performs the mitzvah with the joy derived from the mitzvah itself enters into the joy of the mitzvah, he enters into the joy of the Holy One, who rejoices in his works. This corresponds to Israel rejoices in his maker. From Tehillim, Yismach Yisrael be'osav. We find, therefore, that if there is any misfortune or harsh decree affecting world, year, soul, then certainly the joy of the Holy One is lessened, as in he grieved in his heart. As sages taught, when a person sins, what does the Shekhinah say? My head is heavy, my arms are heavy. Like that's, like Hashem, we spoke about this also a bit last week and in the past in general, like Hashem only wants to bring goodness and shefa to us. But like our averos, like make Hashem relate to us in din rather than chesed. You know, like it's like we clog up the pipes with averos. So, okay, thus this person, I'll just finish this one part and then we'll go to the next piece. Thus this person who has entered into the joy of the mitzvah will certainly know by the state of the joy whether it is before the decree has been issued or after the decree has been issued. He can also discern the part of the structure against which the judgment has been decreed. He knows this based on the structure of mitzvos. If he cannot joyfully perform the head of the mitzvos, i.e. those mitzvos that relate to the head, he will know that a judgment has been decreed against the heads, whatever that means, of the world, your soul, and it is likewise for the rest of the structure of the mitzvos. So like the point that like I'm just trying to bring out of this is that it's really just this last part, which I love so much. Like us doing the mitzvos, like us making our will Hashem's will, is really like creating like it's uniting us with Hashem, and it's making us like part of His will, which is Him. So, and like it says, like Hashem's clothed in the mitzvos, you know. And doing the mitzvos with joy is really the highest level of doing mitzvos. And it's like, you know, what I was saying before, like I think it's possible to attain this by just like understanding that we're not in control. Like we're just trying our best here, you know. There's an amazing Sichos Haram piece. I mean, I'll read it outside because I didn't photocopy it, but and I'm sure we've read it before anyways, but like it talks about how like Rebbe Nachman was like very into this. Not just in the Sichos Haram piece, he says this a lot of times, like you don't like try your hardest, go for it, like really, you know, try to grow, try to say more Tehillim, try to do more Spotidas, try to daven more, try to do the mitzvahs, try to learn more, but like whatever you can't do, you can't do. Like that, it is like don't you know, because again, we're not in control. Like and that's what he says. He's like, Hashem doesn't punish people who are under duress, like who are forced to do a thing. Like the Torah wasn't given to the ministering angels, Rebbe Nachman brings, you know, like there's so many different things. And like this is just like letting go a tiny bit is really like this simcha and simplicity that like we're trying to achieve. And Hashem's in the field, like He's approachable. So, okay, I just wanted to bring in an awesome Likutei Moharan piece that's not more straightforward. But I just like loved it. So, okay. No. Likutei Moharan 275, I photocopied it for you, right? Yes, okay. Torah 275. No, a candle is made from each and every mitzvah. When a person passes away, if his is a great soul that is very precious in Hashem's eyes, then they allow her to search in the king's treasury. He's allowed to search and take whatever he wants from the treasuries of the blessed king. This is the ultimate pleasure of the world to come. Okay, in order to search, one needs candles. As our sages of blessed memory said, searching is with candles, from Pesachim. They learnt this from the verse, the soul of man is the candle of God, Ner Hashem Nishmas Adam, with which He searches man's innermost depths. And the candles are made from the mitzvos, as mentioned above, and the aspect of a mitzvah is a candle. So I love this, like the soul of man is the candle of God. Like again, it's like this unity that we're with Hashem, you know? It is with these candles that after passing away, the soul searches in the king's treasury. This is the aspects of among the dead, b'mesim chafshi, who are exempt. Because once a person dies, he is exempted from the mitzvos, from Shabbos. Chafshi is the aspect of chipos, search, that is made from the mitzvos. For the mitzvos are candles by which the search is made, as explained above. Nevertheless, there is a tzaddik who sacrifices himself to God during his lifetime, so that even while he's still alive, he searches in his Father's treasuries. So it's just, I know we spoke about not doing mitzvos for the world to come, but like, it's what's it really talking about? Like it says in the footnotes here, like what's this like searching around in Hashem's treasury, like when you're after you die? It's like it's really talking about like just like understanding like Hashem's secrets and Hashem's. It's like getting to this ultimate unity with Hashem. That's like what it. That's what it is. And like every time we do a mitzvah, like a candle is made. And there's more, like we have so many opportunities here, you know, like mitzvah gorer and mitzvah, and as Rebbe Nachman explains it, like that just means like you get to do another mitzvah. That's the reward, not actually like olam haba and what will be in the future, just like learning Hashem more and more in this world. So, okay. So anyways, I want to bless us all, that we should all like be able to do this and like bring more joy into our lives and bring more joy into our avodas Hashem and bring more joy into raising our children and you know, bring more joy into our relationships and bring more joy into we could all use a lot of joy. So yeah.